I recognize the member from Eglinton-Lawrence.
Okay, well, welcome. So this is Bill 40 that we're discussing, Bill 27 that we're discussing today. Okay, terrific. So, Speaker, members of the House, the measures our government is proposing in this bill reflect our steadfast commitment to building strong, resilient communities. Communities that are prospering today, better prepared for natural resources hazards, able to grow with access to the survey services they need, and able to build on new foundations. When uncertainty from powers abroad put our economy, workers, and communities at risk, Ontario will rise above it. Bill 27 is part of our plan to protect Ontario. Just last week, Ontario marked the end of the legislated wildfire season. And I think I speak for all members in this House when I say thank you to all the fire rangers, pilots, support staff, and everyone else who supported Ontario's response this fire season. Although this fire season was more active than last year and got off to a particularly active start, their bravery and dedication to protecting Ontario kept people and communities safe this season. Not only did they respond to fires here at home, but from coast to coast, Ontario fire rangers helped respond to wildfires in British Columbia, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland and Labrador, and New Brunswick. Over 400 fire personnel and 6 aircraft provided support across Canada. We know that fires are becoming larger, more frequent, and much more severe across Canada. And our province is no exception. And because of that, Speaker, we need to make sure that the framework that governs our wildfire management program reflects modern standards. The Forest Fires Prevention Act is the primary provincial legislation that sets out rules and regulations for managing wildfires in Ontario. It sets obligations for fire prevention measures, authorizes enforcement, and defines offenses and penalties. Bill 28, the Resource Management and Safety Act, if passed, would amend this act. No significant changes have been made to this act since 1999, and we need to update this act to address the escalating threat of wildfires. The Act, as it stands, enables the Ministry to enter into agreements for the prevention, control, or extinguishment of grass, brush, or forest fires. In keeping with our vision of an Ontario that works together to reduce wildfire risk, this bill, if passed, would enable the Ministry to enter into agreements on all aspects of wildland fire management. This could include agreements on wildland fire management training with a municipality or a First Nations community. And that is why the Resource Management and Safety Act proposes to amend it. The amendments we are proposing would allow greater ministerial powers to take proactive measures to prevent and prepare for wildland fires, while at the same time updating the Act's enforcement and compliance tools. In addition to these changes, we have also been absolutely clear. We will spare no expense when it comes to protecting Ontario from the threat of wildfires. Not only have we increased the base fire management budget by over 92% since 2018, but we have also added 100 new permanent fire personnel positions, and along with the federal government, invested $64 million in training and equipment for our fire response. Speaker, it is a sad reality that almost half of all wildland fires are caused by human activity. The amendments to this bill do enable more prevention and mitigation of these fires, but the number one thing we can do is educate the public. Ontario is working to promote awareness through Fire Smart program, which gives the public tools to prevent fires and also protect their homes if they live in a fire region. Another important change being proposed is the requirement for municipalities and industries in fire-prone areas to have comprehensive fire management plans. These plans must meet clear provincial standards, ensuring consistency and effectiveness across the board. This will help to enhance preparedness and ensure that in the event of a wildfire, everyone is prepared. Speaker, we have heard a lot of positive feedback about the changes to the Forest Fires Prevention Act. AMO applauded our changes to modernize wildfire management, saying that provincial municipal partnership to prevent, prepare for, and mitigate and respond to wildfires is needed to protect our forests and keep our communities safe. That's exactly what we are proposing here, Speaker, a framework that makes it easier for us to work together to protect our communities. Rick Dumas, president of the Northwestern Ontario Municipalities Association, said, "The ministry's proposed amendments to the Forest Fires Prevention Act sends a clear message. Protecting our forests and reducing human-caused fires is a shared responsibility that requires strong action and commitment from everyone. Expanding prevention efforts marks a critical step in safeguarding our communities and the environment." So I do hope the members of this House can join me in supporting Bill 27, the Resource Management Act, so that we can take the critical step forward. I also want to mention the carbon storage framework that this bill proposes to introduce. Geologic carbon storage offers Ontario a unique opportunity to preserve and create thousands of high-value jobs, attract significant investment, and help our industries remain globally competitive. Over 400 carbon capture projects have launched around the world over the past decade, including in Alberta and Saskatchewan. The Geologic Carbon Storage Act, if passed, would authorize regulations for the design, development, operation, maintenance, decommissioning, closure, restoration of carbon storage sites, as well as activities associated with carbon storage. The goal is to create a carbon storage framework that fits Ontario's unique needs, with safeguards in place to protect people and the environment, while also unlocking the new tools to protect our economy's competitiveness. Ontario's natural resources hold incredible and unbelievable potential in sustainable and environmental prosperity. We must work together to unleash their full potential. This bill is not just about the future of our economy. It is also about the future of our communities. By investing in our natural resources, we are creating jobs, stimulating economic growth, and strengthening our province. By embracing innovation, investing in our natural resources, and working collaboratively with industry, Indigenous communities, and all stakeholders, we can protect Ontario. I encourage all members to join me in supporting this bill, because through Bill 27, our government is taking steps to protect our natural resources sector by supporting innovation and building resiliency for Ontario communities. Carbon capture is part of an $11 billion in new investments and nearly 120,000 new good-paying jobs Ontario welcomed over the last year. I'm reaching out to ask you to support this bill and encourage everyone here to join me. Thank you.